Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for January 27th, 28th, and 29th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, couple of things. One is, if you're new, or even if you're not, if you're a cross watcher and you've not heard this before, this is the introduction. I tag this to all the videos. So if you want to just go straight to the video, I am going to put down over in the description the timestamp. Now, and so you can just bypass. I hope you watch it at least one time. Now, the other thing is we're going to be starting on Rumble, or at least I'm going to try to post these on Rumble. Not sure how that's going to work. I will try to still have that timestamp so that you can bypass, but this will be seen on all videos. It will also be it'll also be its own individual, video. So what we do is, when I am reading for the weekend, I use my Radley Valentine deck, my Angel Tarot cards, my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will be pulling one from my Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue, Angels of Abundance, and then I end with my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, since we're coming into Rumble, I thought I would add Angel Answers Oracle cards from Radley Valentine also. So basically that'll be okay, have your question ready, and let's pull a card and see what happens. Now, during the introduction, I use because I do a kind of a global what on earth is happening in the earth, I will use my Waite Rider traditional tarot, and I will pull from my Osha Zen tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to let the messages flow and deliver them to you. And it's made it a lot easier when I realized I did not have to understand it all. Now, a couple of things going on. Let's go on and just see what is going on in the world, in the stars. Basically, we are in Aquarius season, but we have on the 27th Venus entering into Pisces. So Venus is leaving Aquarius and going into Pisces. Pisces is the last of the astrological signs for the year. It's dreamy. It's very intuitive. It's a lot of feelings and a lot of possibilities. We also have Neptune in Pisces, so there's a lot of deep energies with that too. Now, Venus is about relationships. It's about new starts also. There's new starts, there's a hope. There's all the possibilities. So Venus is going from the intellectual possibilities to the dreams again. Venus in Pisces can be a little foolish, but foolish in that good way. It's not a way that's, like you're being silly or stupid. No. It's just kind of, maybe you're being a little whimsical. Maybe you're going after some of those dreams that you just never thought were possible for you. So now on the 30th, the 30th of January, we have Mercury, which is in Capricorn, trining with Uranus, which is in Taurus. So we have the two earth energies, your job, your career, your home, your money. And we have Mercury, which is, electronics, but it's also about messages. And, so we have Uranus as expect the unexpected. The interesting thing, too, about Uranus, and remember this, is that it's always it's a liberator in many ways. It tries to free you from whatever, from the doldrums of the day. But sometimes it's not necessarily, a lot of times it's not necessarily an easy switch. And then on the 30th, we also have the Sun in Aquarius trining with Mars in Gemini. We have that air energy again, that thought process is thinking things through, making some plans, hearing some news with with the sun sign, the sun energy focusing, and that Mars energy confrontation. So there could be some interesting confrontations during that time also, but they'll be very well thought out. And then when we go into February, remember we have the full moon, 4th, 5th, I think, and that is in Leo. So interesting energies there. So now let's go on and just kind of see, like I think I've said, I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. Whatever the message is, I'm just going to let it flow. And let's see what we have here. So this is the White Rider traditional. Okay, higher power. What's going on? What do we need to be aware of? What do we need to watch for? Okay, we have a card that has fallen out. Well, actually, it's flipped, and we have the Hanged Man. Now, remember that numbers are very important also. So on this, we have a 10 and we actually have a 12. We have a 10 and a 2. 2 is crossroads choices. 10 is transitional energy. It is, things have to move forward. But then we can add the 1 plus the 2, we come to a 3, and that can be, basically that can be all about celebration, creativity. Now the Hanged Man is looking at things from a totally different perspective. So it's kind of like, there is, and remember Uranus has gone direct. And it's a slow motion right now. So, and expect the unexpected. And I just said it's a break free type of energy. So there could be something in the world that's kind of like, you don't take it at face value. Just don't take it at face value. All right, it's whatever it is. Don't take it as face value. My thing is always don't be afraid. Don't be fearful, because fear, again, too, like I'm always saying, is a tool of the devil, and it tries to trap you, okay? So something could be going on that we need to look deeper into, and we just cannot take it at face value. Okay, let's see. Higher power, what else do you want to say? Here we go for this weekend. Now remember, anything reversed to me has stronger energies. And this came out, strong energy too. So again, I really get this. Don't take it at, face value. Things aren't what they seem to be. It kind of has that, what is it? Would it be the 7 of Swords? It's like, that you might be directed to look here, and really this is what's going on. Okay, so let's see here. Next card is, we have Judgment. Again, this one is reversed. So we have a 20 energy. We have that 2 energy. We have 2 10s, so transition. We have that 20 energy, the 2 crossroads choices, decisions coming together. 0 God source energy. So there is something very big happening in the universe. It'd be interesting to see when the weekend is here, what the Schumann resonance is like. Are we being whited out again? Because we've had a couple of those times, and then we have times of very stable energies, and then we get these really, in the last couple of days, we've had these really strong whiteout energies too. So Judgment is looking at things kind of like, there's forgiveness with this. There is forgiveness, because if we cannot forgive ourselves and others, how are we to be forgiven? There is looking at things in a way of being kind of like, it's looking at our past, our present, it's looking at our history. If we don't learn from history, we're doomed to recreate our, the same mistakes. But again, there's a lot of, we have to be very realistic. We have to look at it as it is. And also too, we did the best we could with what we had. So it's Judgment is not necessarily punitive, though sometimes we do have to make amends with Judgment. But it's really our own, it's really, facing higher power, God, source, and kind of saying, yeah, this is where I am, this is what I did, but now I understand it a little bit more. I'll never understand it fully, but I understand it a little bit more. Forgiveness, again, forgiveness is not for so much the other person as it is for yourself. And then Judgment comes and says, let's move on. So we've got a lot of looking around here. Again, this is, looking at things a little differently, looking at ourselves a little bit differently. It's kind of coming to the realization. And remember, yes, I know, Saturn is in Aquarius right now. Remember, Saturn is a very much rules, regulations, constriction. Aquarius is free thinking. It's about the communication. It's about the people, the community. I always look at Saturn, and I've been saying this for 2+ years. It's all about illusion versus the reality. And so there's a lot of reality energy here. Now, next card. Now we have the moon. So we've got a lot of major arcana energy here. So we have an 18 here. So we have the 10, 1, 0. Now 5 is about change, and then 3 is celebration, like I said. 18, again, the 10 transition. 8 is unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. And you can add the 1 and 8 together. It becomes a 9. You've got, hey, everything, wrap it up. Everything's done. So the moon's been coming out a lot in a lot of my personal readings. There's hidden energies. There is things that we just don't know what's going on. It just feels very kind of unsettling in some ways, because remember, the moon does affect the earth. It does affect the water, the tides, the gravitational pulls, or however you want to say it. There is always an effect, but the moon also has things that is hidden. The moon also has things that we are not aware, things going on, like they say, behind the scenes, okay? So we are in a waxing moon right now, so that is the new moon, which we just had, and it was a super moon. It is getting larger and larger. It is the requesting moon. Now, the other thing about the moon, though, I'm looking at this, and it's like the moon is pulling out the feral energies, the not the phalo, but the feral energies. It's even though it's hidden and it doesn't give a large glow, it gives enough of a light. It's like it's shining a light. It's, if you watch and you look, you're going to see some of the, the stuff that's tried to come against us, come against the world in many ways. Not quite sure. But the moon also tells you to follow your intuition. The moon also says, pray, meditate. And all of these are about praying and meditating. And, the tarot cards are actually an extremely spiritual cards with messages. So the moon, hidden energies, intuitive energies, things happening behind the scenes. There is something about these dogs. It's kind of like it's pulling out the dark energies too. And, and again, for it to be seen. Okay. You tell me what you're thinking about this. You let me know. Okay. So let's see what else we might have here. So let's see. Osha Zen Tarot. Oops, not this. Osha Zen Tarot. What do you have? What's the world? Higher power. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What should we be aware of? There's a lot. Your energy is very high here right now. There's a lot of looking underneath, looking beneath, looking at ourselves, looking at what's going on. Okay, so now we get ripeness. Now, again, we get that 9. Everything's coming together. You've got everything you need. Ripeness is everything's ready. Everything's ready. The fruit is falling off the vine. It's now, there's a sense of time. There's a sense of whatever this is going on, everything's ripe. Is there a ripe, the things, whatever this changes, whatever these strong energies, we are ripe. We are ripe. Things are happening. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens on this weekend. But ripeness has a really interesting, like I said, the fruit is ready, the fruit is falling, things are ripe, we're ripe. Okay, meditate. I'll say this is a good weekend to meditate, to reach out, to pray, however it is that you connect. Now, please, please, please do me a favor. Please go down here to like, share, subscribe, clicking on bells or clicking on whatever it is for notifications that you might need. I am going to be trying to upload this on Rumble, so we will see what we will see. But also, too, should you just be watching the introduction, I always end, and I truly mean this. Always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye. Hello, my Sages. So let's see what's going on. Well, so as I'm shuffling the cards and I'm thinking about my Sagittariuses, and I don't want anyone calling me up and saying, why did you tell Sages this? I think this could be a good weekend for you to indulge yourself a little bit. So maybe, because I was thinking of some chocolate and ice cream and not, and just kind of like the things that, I don't know, the things that would make me feel, oh, this is just kind of an indulgence, something that I don't always do, something that I don't normally do. So, again, too, I'm just talking something like, again, and if you can't eat it, don't eat it. I'm not telling you to eat something you're not allowed to eat. But I do think that this is a good weekend for my Sagittarius to give yourself a little pat on the back. And, maybe give yourself a little reward. So I think it's a good week to reward yourself. Weekend, I should say. Weekend to reward yourself. So you let me know what you think about that too. But I don't want anyone calling me up and saying, you told Sages to reward themselves and, they took off for 5 days. Well, if you get PTO or something like that, then maybe that was a good thing for you. But I feel like you need to reward yourself this weekend. Okay, this one is reversed. Let's see what higher power says to that. Higher power, what do you say about this? Okay, let's see. First card is the Lovers. The Lovers. Interesting energy here because we do have Venus going into Pisces, so there's a very dreamy time with that. 6 is the number of man. It's the effort you put into something. So it's an effort. I'm kind of getting the effort you or maybe your partner might be putting into the relationship. The Lovers doesn't always mean about lovers coming together, but it doesn't always mean that they're not. But this is how much, maybe this is what we're talking about if you do have that, that relationship. And remember, relationships can be intimate. It can be something to do with your work. It can be something to do with your family. And it could be spending a little bit more time with any of those. And it's kind of like, it's like putting some effort in. It's putting, what are you doing with the, with the relationship? Because again, 6 is your energy. It's your effort. And how much effort are you putting something in? Now, the Lover energy, this is also Archangel Raphael. So Raphael has some healing energy. He has also, you can see, kind of a yellow-green, but there is the green there. And the green is, there's heart energy there. There's money energy there. There is healing energy there. So Raphael can help to heal any of that. Yes, there is, that's the thing about Archangel Raphael. And I love this about him, her. The angel Raphael is that can bring solace, can bring healing, can bring, when we talk healing, can bring this to anything like finances, money, job. It can bring healing to whatever needs to be healed. The Lovers is also about choices in the relationship. Do I choose to get closer? Do I choose to forgive? Do I choose to heal? Or do I choose to do all the other things? And should you do that, then it doesn't mean that you're supposed to, it doesn't mean that you're supposed to not do that or do that. It just means then, when you choose to not put effort in, then that means you're going to put effort somewhere else, which may be necessary too. Not everybody is soulmates. Not everybody is twin flames. And sometimes people meet soulmates, but they're not ready to reconnect at that time too. So, and there was a lot about this, wasn't there? So Archangel Raphael, the Lovers, choices, but intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. Your next job, your next card, whoa, the Knight of Earth. So the Knight, underlying energy is your energy, fire. And the Knights go where they're directed. So if you're directing them here, then they will go there. So there's the fire energy. It's yours, Aries, Leo. Aries and Leo are the ones that are really lighting up the next couple of weeks for you. Remember, Jupiter is in Aries, so there's a lot of expansion. Good luck. Aries is very action, so that it's like going after what you want. Leo has that full moon, and I do think that there's going to be some real interesting action with that full moon too. So the Knight of Earth, Earth energy is our Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Yeah, Capricorn and Taurus still have stuff going on too. Remember, Pluto is in Capricorn, so, it's coming. Yes, it will switch for 3 months, and then goes back to Capricorn. But there is, the thing with Pluto is Pluto has, has destroyed so much in Capricorn. And Capricorn is that earth energy, money, job, career energy, your home. So this Pluto has destroyed so much, but it can't leave Capricorn until it creates a better foundation, until it creates a better way or something to build off of. And then, of course, Taurus, Uranus is there, but Uranus wants to free you also. Uranus is expect the unexpected, but it's also, let's get you out of bondage too. So we've got that earth energy here. Now, the thing about the night, so you've got all that going on, all these thoughts, things that we may not even be thinking about, but yet are happening around us. Now, the Knight of Earth, though, is like there's something coming up. There's a new direction. There's this direction that you need to now really pay attention to. Something that you have to put your mind, thoughts, and energies to. And then, don't jump in. Don't be like the Knight of Fire and just jump in. Think it through, make your plan, and then jump in. Okay, so here we go. Loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel. So now the commitments does kind of connect me back to the Lovers. So you might want to make sure that whatever that commitment is, that you want to make sure you are honoring it. So next, or being honorable about it. Next card, reversed. The King of Water. So the King of Water also has that dual energy. Underlying is our air energy. So between these two cards, you have all four of the energies. So you have the King, which is air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And Aquarius and Gemini, strong stuff with that. Thought processes, thinking things through, making some plans. Now you've got some water energy. Water is that Pisces. Neptune is in Pisces. We have Venus going into Pisces, or Venus is in Pisces as of the 27th. There's, Cancer, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. There's going to be a very dreamy relationship type of energy with Venus in Pisces. So, and then, Neptune, deep energies there. And then Saturn coming up in that March and all that stuff. So things are shifting, things are changing. This is a very emotional energy, but this is also a good energy. This is, I love to say about the King of Water, has a very high emotional quotient, meaning, the King of Water really understands what life is about, really understands the human condition and the human heart. So, trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. So something going on very much, and it kind of goes back to this. It's like, and again, it goes back to what I was saying about a little bit of indulgence. Give yourself a reward, but there's something going on with your relationship energy this weekend, and you might have to work on it. You might have to love a little bit more, or they might have to work on it, or they might have to love a little more. So remember, I say this for you, but it doesn't mean that it's, that it's all directed towards you. Okay? So we have that 6 energy. That's 6, and it's a major arcana. There's a lot of loving, caring energy here. So is that what I'm telling you to be a little indulgent about? Is that a relationship? Okay. Yes, so reward yourself. I do feel like this is a good weekend to reward yourself and possibly reward others. As long as you're part of that mix, then it's all good. It's all good. Okay, higher power. Oh, okay. Now I do know this is a chakra card because it's got the bent. I think it is. Let's see. Yes, it is. We've got the base chakra or the root chakra. This is a 1, new beginning. So a 6-1, 1-6. The base chakra, you remember the 7 chakra systems, and then there's more around us, but main ones we talk about. This is more in the physicality. This is about stabilizing. This is about security. This is about feeling safe and loved and cared for. This is where everything else springs from. And if you feel loved, safe, cared from, then all generally can fall into a good place. So whatever this is about, is this creating this? Generally, the root chakra does do a lot with your childhood. So, if you feel if you had a very safe childhood, then that is good. If you didn't, you might want to work on that a little bit more because that will affect relationships. Okay, let's see, and both, vice versa, what I was saying too. Okay, let's see. Angels of Abundance. What do you have for my Sagittariuses? What do you have? Because there's a lot of loving energy here. There's a lot of caring energy. There's a lot of, do you feel safe in the relationship? Or is this connected with that? Do you have to figure that out? Is there healing that's needed? Do you need to heal yourself? Could be all of the above. Here we go. I like to give you the meaning so that you can kind of work that to your own situation. Okay, reversed. Cooperation instead of competition. Now, I will tell you, Aries got this. I don't see this one often, but this is my fire signs. You have to think about this. And whatever the relationship is, you're not in a competition with them. Okay, what's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, and there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. Okay. There's no need to compete. No need to compete. In competition, I know there's such a thing. People will say there's healthy competition, but and I'm not saying not everybody. I'm not with everybody should get the blue prize. But if you're in a relationship, you want to, you might want to rethink that a little bit. Okay, let's see crystal or energy for my Sagittariuses. What do we have for my Sagittariuses here? Let's see. And here we go. Smoky quartz. Dispels negative energy, home protection, earth connection, achieving career success. Okay. Now, I told you I would use my Radley Valentine Angel Answers. I'm telling you not to make or base any life choice decisions on this. Like, oh, should I quit my job? And it says yes or no. No. But I will tell you also that there's many times I've used these sometimes. And it's like, no, that's not the answer I wanted. And they did actually in hindsight, I could see where it fit. But because I like, I'm a fire sign too. I like a little more, yes, that person, yeah. Well, I don't want to go, we're not going to go how much I want. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. Let's see. So Sagittarius says, ask your questions. Let me know if this answered it or not. And here we are. This is just for fun. Here we go. Now, this is more the general type angel answers. Here we go. Let go. Let go. A lot of times that is let go and let God. So you tell me. I know I would get that. It's like, I don't want to let it go, but I'm letting it go. Let's all let go. Anyway, my Sagittarius is, we're trying to get this up on Rumble, or I'm trying to. When I say we, it's me, God, source. Anyway, if you watch it on Rumble, I'll try to figure that one out. If not, anyway, whichever way you do, please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, though, my Sagittariuses, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.